Hey everyone, it's Guest273 here. Ooh, that was unexpected. Well, it was expected, but it was unexpectedly quick. So, it's one of these tournament days, so it's one of these tournament games. I wanted to actually talk a little bit more, but I guess we gotta quickly check the audio quality and then make sure that everything is a-okay with the game as well. Had the rules open on the other tab, so audio check days, so it's one of these tournament games. I wanted to actually talk a little bit more, but okay, kind of fine. Besides the fact that you can kind of hear the computer on the side, but yeah, I can't really put him anywhere else. So, options, let's coin flip. Then Mr. Fantom gets the color. And then I think that is just that, right? So, tournament rules. I start trade for color, yeah? I think for this group phase there is no trade, only coin flip for color. Sim still. Let's ask him what sims does he want. Okay, 1, 2, 1 will be fine. Protect with the password, I guess, and I guess we need to randomize that as well, right? So yeah, we will give him a good luck for. And yeah, wait. Then let's actually quickly see who is writing to me, and it is not Fantom. Okay, good. So, we're actually gonna be playing with quite a lot of Pumpkin Patch updates. So, we have like Genie random casting enabled, which means the genies can kind of implode you, and this is already looking like pretty sad. Getting oh, but he's getting genies, so... what do I think of Inferno? Ooh, Rashka with yeah. And Pyre, what do you have? You still have your standard stuff, which is pretty good. So we just get right into it, right? Melodia with the luck specialty. Does she have... Oh, she just has +2 luck. Fortune costs very super, like, cheap. Oh, this is with the full, like, rebalance of everything. What do you think of these things? And did he roll like an artifact? No. Getting gold is your starting. Bonus is pretty good, so... I guess I would be interested in checking the size of this. Ooh, Fire Lake. Interesting. We do have a experimental workshop, that is something we can work off of. Labeth is also pretty decent as a hero. Then we already have one Sultan. Rashka actually has the book. It's the spell book. What do we do with you? Well, not much, because your spell book is not really that interesting at the moment. We do have some more imps. We do have the orc pit as well, but I guess we just want to go and keep scouting. Have a conservatory, and this break is relatively easy. We don't want to check the size of this thing. Okay. And Frostring. Can we Frostring something that is meaningful? Maybe the Fire Lake already? No. Yeah, Magic Arrow. I don't think Magic Arrow is actually a level 1 spell in the Pumpkin Patch, but then again, the patch notes are getting bigger and bigger every time. So maybe we just take the Ballista and we try to like smork the genies like this. Get like kennels as a day 1 build, just so we can get more units. Is this fine? I think it is. And actually reload pretty quickly. If we do something like this. I'm very interested in Adelaide, I'm very interested in also So 18 extra imps. Yeah. We'd actually need the money for the, like, everything actually. So need to collect some piles. Don't want to be left with very few heroes. Yeah, let's just fight the familiars though. We do still have like 3 sets. Okay, that is a. I guess since Fantom is restarting, we are doing that. So Fantom calls 111. Apparently, it doesn't have too much on the map. I didn't quite get to scout my map as much as I wanted. Castle. Ooh, Murdoch. The last shouting here. Oh. He got oh, by the way, I bought with 3 stacks of elves. That is actually something as well. And actually, what did I roll? We both rolled gold, and gold is like in bigger quantity in the pumpkin patch. I do like the fact that there are like 2 chests on my road. Ryan is kind of cool. Ivor is kind of cool, but like less cool than you would imagine. 10L. I mean, 10L is like kind of cool. I guess we want to check things out. We're playing like with all creature maps, up or down. I guess we're gonna go down with the Ivor. Conserve and a new creature back. That is a thing as well. So, sure thing. We kinda see a sawmill. Anyone else interesting? Korvac is interesting because he has Serpent Fly here, so he's like pretty fast. So I guess, okay, Pirate Cove, or Pirate Cavern rather. Guess we will be taking the gems. Ooh, another conservatory. So actually, conservatory is a castle. Double conservatory is a castle. Is pretty interesting. We also have the training grounds. So maybe we just get a Giga Chad Ryan, get him 2 chests, and also the guardhouse is kind of cool, but. Yeah, we can't really access it easily. This is also like a bit of a pain to access, but... 2, do we get like a marksman upgrade? We could make one pretty big stack. Oh, actually, we're gonna be blessed maybe with... 2. 111 again, okay. So far my maps have been looking decent, so now Fantom doesn't have any more restarts left. I wonder actually if he's streaming or not. Of course, we're not allowed to check his stream, but it's more like afterwards. I would like to see how and why he makes the conclusion to like restart the map super quickly. So, curse on Elishar. Left or right, there's a fight on this side. I did win with Confi previously. Ooh, and we actually have a Pandora Pumpkin. This is a pretty big guard, actually. Guess we can kind of skip the chest at the moment, just in case. Ooh, that's pretty interesting. That's a dwelling as well, a pretty easy gold mine. That box is looking intriguing. We also have the Altar of Fire, so kind of Fear is looking like... Ooh. Yeah, Fear is kind of looking like a main at the moment. 7-8. Sure thing, we'll just keep scouting around. What else can we really do? Ooh. Shackles. This would be really cool if I can get to the observatory this turn, but I guess I can't. So yeah. Do we want to block the road off? Middle is factory. Jaeger with the mysticism. I guess we could take the Jaeger. I'm kind of curious what is down here. One workshop, one like actual Phoenix Empire is not looking too hot at the moment. I guess we would be like buying out the troops anyway, right? So might as well spend that money. And yeah, what is down here? Tell me. I must know. Not looking too exciting. This magical is kind of something, but this is like a dead end. You have to like go here a day for this workshop. And I guess we really want to check out those knolls. Do we want more? I guess we can't dismiss him yet. Life, I guess usually you would be building level 1 mage guild. And yeah, I guess we're taking the fear at the moment. So we do need some gold. This could be a reset because I'm just not feeling it at the moment, you know? Mr. Ventrobidite, I guess you're getting dismissed. We'll still look around, but yeah, I don't really see a way to kickstart the game, no like creature banks, no nothing exciting. And yeah, we can't really like make a power stack. I guess it would be power stacking the earlies, but doesn't seem to be the most exciting thing in the universe. Pandora box like that. So I have this Pandora box, but that's like elves. Those are like gonna be troublesome to beat. Well, it looked like it could be interesting. I mean, I guess unless I see something like really juicy here. I mean, serpent flies. Well, sure thing. Let's see. Maybe we can read those enchanters. And I guess we are like using dwarves to pull in the flies. Useful spells, well, that's pretty interesting to look at. Nothing that I would actually like. Probably can't do this, well, we can't even try, and yeah, this doesn't look too exciting. We would be like insta-block that for another fight. I think, as much as I like conflicts, well, he would be like forced to play Inferno. Yeah, I just think I don't see a game how you can like kickstart everything. So this is gonna be 1-1-1 from me. Technically we could get trade heroes, but that's basically the only advantage I can see for this map. Doesn't look like anything else is like, you know, playable. Oh. Confi again, eh? And what would my opponent be playing? Elor Cove, that is something as well, I guess. Well, Elishar again, and Fear again. That is quite interesting indeed. This man says, guest, I wanted to give you a good game, but you didn't take it. Okay, helmet is something, this is something, this is something, okay. The magic spring on the road here is like goated, as they say. 2 learning stones. I do like my secondary heroes being like a giga chance. That is pretty cool, right? Bunch of piles of gold. Would kind of need to keep exploring a little bit more, and also would need to do this fight. So, maybe we just like immediately give everything to Fear. We clear this fight, and then we just kind of go past and check things out, right? Yeah, we probably do this just for the experience. Geralt, another Ballista Man. Ivor with his one elf, I guess surprisingly convenient, right? No. And yeah, my opponent doesn't have any lead, so this is like a pretty big objective though. In the sense that, yeah, I could take the gloves and then kind of be already heading back. And then with this army, if I can do something pretty big here, maybe we could just risk it all and try to get the Conservatory day one. Because if I can get Conservatory, I could probably fight these Sultans. Yeah, with especially like with 2 Learning Stones with the School of War, I could make like a really good other hero. So, if you well need to like do this. And yeah, wait, let me do this as well. So. Sure, I think I'm kind of like a decent shield as well, so. Are we coming here, doing like crypt, and then going back? That is interesting, that is indeed interesting. Maybe with an Ivor, that is like a prospect, and then we can get more heroes as well. This is like a very big one. I kind of don't want to lose most of my army, so maybe we can get like a smaller one. Yep, that would be much better in my mind at least. So, actually don't like. Well, let's maybe fight for the other side. Like 3, 4. Like this. $2,000 gold, kind of cool. Maybe getting this gold mine. Like, we already have a gold mine visible, but maybe we can just get a gold mine. Ooh, Khalid is also kind of like a cool hero, so. Guess we don't need Mr. Goblin. Ooh, another workshop, but that's something as well, sure. Plus the guard is like extra weak. That is like what you want to see. Wait, is this guy flying? Yeah, this guy is made the flying unit. And that's what I thought. Did we hit here? Did we not hit here? I guess we would rather the early take retaliation. Sure thing. So that's kind of really cool. So I guess with Crag we would be checking the size of this, but we would still be doing the conservatory first, right? And we're kind of between a rock and a hard place in that sense. We do need the gold. I guess we could do I mean, yeah, we kind of need to like be rolling already. There is a picket here as well. Looking like something. Okay, look. Moving pallid. Boom, boom. And I guess Briss, it is now your time to shine. You would be my main hero. I guess we would build this just so we have more spells available immediately. Getting the mineral springs, and yeah, we do have some interesting objectives nearby. This is a small Pandora box. We would have to do the pirate fight though for that. And well, could we do this? Well, this is like already 600 moves, so moving back here we would not be doing. Well, how would I do a conservatory on day 1? Fire Shield Mirth. I don't really have a stack that can do this, right? And yeah, building the like water release, doing this on day 2 also. Looking pretty beautiful, but with the 3 creature banks next to each other, but I mean, look, this has to be small and this scroll has to be really good. Oh, and actually if we're just like losing this fight at all, a bit bigger than I imagined it would be. Can we get this with the dwarf? Can we get in this turn? Not really. Okay, hold it. I don't think stronger, I feel like. Maybe. Yeah, actually, I don't feel like I can consolidate a big enough army just to do it. Wow. Death like this would be pretty sad. Well, I guess we try to bite more than we can chew, so this is gonna be a 1-on-1. Yeah, because I could not find the way to start the game. I did like the double, like learning stones and all the 3 creature banks, but maybe we could have gone for the other thing, the experimental workshop with Crag Hack. If it would have been small, we could have had 1 giant. Ooh, Necropolis against Mr. Rampart Clancy. My man actually has a unicorn. Ooh, an Andal. Andal is kind of like a pretty interesting guy to find, right? So, we do have some speed 6 creatures on us immediately. He has slow in his spellbook, so he's also very valuable. Maybe we just like step aside with him for the time being. So I guess this will be the this will be like the final one because we are out of resets. So good day, guest. Are you playing Crag Hack or Ilishar? Well, neither of them. That is that because we would be playing with all 8 heroes. So well, Shiva, you should be scouting, right? You should be using, okay, Golden Bow. Kind of not that thematic for the undeads. Not that useful as well, what I would say as well. Okay, experimental workshop here. That is something, right? And Ignatius. Guess we would be... well, dismissing them. Whatever we get is what we get. So we have some Walking Deads. Ay ay ay. Double dancing. I mean, we do have some gold, so we can at least get more and more heroes, which is something. Alright, right. Getting this observatory would be kind of cool. And Clavius. Actually, Clavius is the magic arrows, which are a second level spell now. And I guess we will just be going with the Tamika, right? We'll be going with the Tamika and doing things. We do have this hill fort, so... maybe that's something that can be done? Like, get a hill fort and then... try to do things from there. With said hill fort also. View air. That's quite something. We can kind of cast it with some arrows. So I guess maybe. Tamika also has a magic arrow. I guess we're just taking everything we can get. Maybe we'll leave these behind so we have some faster units. Estate is kind of like a fantastic thing, but I think we need to get some starting army. And I guess we will be doing the crypt before we're doing anything else, right? A big one. So maybe like 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually 4. Okay, that should be decent, right? Well, we can only cast one. I guess we know we're casting it on. You can see here. I'm trying to unify the army by getting rid of the army that is not from the necropolis. And I guess we're just playing off this one Dread Knight, as funny as that sounds. No, and I cannot block him again. Block my skeleton from doing the big hit in there. Okay, 2 skeletons, bowstring. Pretty interesting. We're getting like... getting pushed into archery. Interested in you taking that hit. Yeah, oh, actually, I'm playing like in my mind. I was like, I can just reset if I lose him, but then no, I cannot do that. These guys don't have enough point for everyone. I guess we kind of upgrade everyone except the skeletons. That kind of makes sense, right? This feels... by the way, this could also help me with the secondary heroes being a little bit faster. So I guess the Mika is gonna be our main hero for the time being. We don't see anything of value up here. I guess we do see that graveyard, but that is like it, you know? Can't quite do this objective. And yeah, I guess we would just be going down and trying to get something done here. There's like a few interesting things. We're just taking like the entire army. What is this? Uncharted territory, but it looks like that could be like a creature bank. Yeah, nonetheless though. Getting Tamika down here. I guess we can use Andal to view air and scout for some artifacts. There's like a cluster of artifacts. Maybe this is like already in the desert. And yeah, we don't really see too much. Actually, the spell scrolls are pretty valuable. Well, could be pretty valuable because they could be spells that you don't really get access to in the pumpkin patch. And actually, I was wrong. There's nothing interesting there. So, yeah, let's kind of leave some 1 stacks. I do want to get fewer Mr. Ballista Man. And that is my turn 1 without 8 heroes. And we don't really, well, see too much. I guess that is, well, yeah, that is what we are playing. So, Mr. Fantom did get more heroes than us, which is pretty fun. I mean, yeah. Side break. Oh, that was a misclick. That is not cool. 2 boxes, which is kind of interesting. I suppose this is something. If we want to break here on the side, we can get 2 boxes. I guess we are just going to be scavenging. So gold. Roadblock here, and pretty nasty one at that. Like, we cannot get to our side of the town quite yet. Mountain Cavern, another graveyard. This could be interesting. We could get, like, just a bunch of zombies. A bunch of walking deads, essentially. And yeah, Mr. Braun. Do reveal what is here. Not too much. Well, at the very least now we are not going to be too poor, which is fine. So I am kind of feeling estate gaming. 4 Vampire Lords is not going to be enough, but on week 2, if we can do some build out, we can actually get the vampires to be doing things. And yeah, I would need Rashko with the Scholar actually being pretty relevant, right? And yeah, I guess we will do this. Clavius is pretty interesting because of his... But you know what, maybe we'll just give over the magic arrow, essentially. We really need to nurture those Vampire Lords. And that one Dread Knight, which is kind of pretty funny, but... Can we do this fight without, like, incurring such big casualties that it's... like, horrible already? Another box here. I guess we can check out... What is our break? It's Cyclops. Mountain Cavern. Experimental Workshop, well... Okay, let's try this. So I guess that settles that. Andal's a good man too. Golden Bow, but you have no shooters. 2 pirates. What do the pumpkins do? The pumpkins are the Pandora boxes, or rather the reskin version of the Pandora boxes. They were like more thematic during Halloween, but still. Ooh. She managed to accurate shoot. Interesting. Let's look at this. So that hill fort actually is pretty nice. So everything's getting frozen. That is a little bit sad. Thankfully, Mr. Vampire. He says I don't want to be a part of that. So, Golden Bow. do guess we are taking gold mo, and yeah, we do have our little archer setup. Speed 7, speed 8, yeah, I guess that makes sense. And this will be how we start rolling, but before we can start rolling, I feel like we do need to like go for the second town first. And yeah, we can get another hero who should probably be feared just because he has the, what's it called? Ballista. And yeah, Mr. Fear has no book. And I guess he can be the guy who gives us the skeletons. So, one down, Mephala. My opponent has managed to fish out quite a good hero, which, you know, it is what it is. Yeah, I guess Andal should be doing that. Clavius, do you go up or do you go down? And honestly, I do think going up here would be pretty cool. You get to check this spell out. So knowledge, I guess, check out the size of that. And, ooh, we do see a... Okay, so... Let's very quickly flag the sawmill. Could we do this? This would be like day 4, day 5, day 6... And could we do this, these halflings with just a secondary hero arm? Ooh, we have like 3 dwellings for Walking Deads, which is something, I guess, I suppose. Bron is also kind of putting in work. Maybe Bron could help us with that. He could take this dwelling, and then I could go for the Cloud Temple. Or Cursed Temple. Is it? Wait. Oh, and also we just kind of forgot. Kind of forgot this man's whole point of existence. So, now we have a ranged unit. That ranged unit is a ballista, as funny as that sounds. And, well, we can at least take the gold pile. And we have another graveyard. Ooh. That's something. I guess, Tamika, you would be getting some experience. And yeah, oh, we have a Rampart Town, which is kind of cool. I guess we would be doing the Rampart Town, going back with the Dragon Vault, getting the graveyard. And actually, ooh, a town right here. Is this his town? Is this my town? That is a great question. Yeah, I guess we could explore indoors here, like... Shiva has been quite a good scout so far. So, Rashka will need to go down and be a scholar to everyone else, right? Probably. And I guess we could go here to the shrine with him. So, build up wise. Level get 1 Mage Guild and level 1 Mage Guild. Actually, we do need level 1 Mage Guild for basically everything. I guess level 1 Mage Guild it is. We're actually surprisingly rich. But yeah, at the moment, I mean, look, three graveyards up here and a cursed temple. I don't know if we can like salvage that. I guess that's like 24 Walking Deads, or on week 2, I guess that's like 48 Walking Deads, right? 48 Walking Deads on their own, plus the ones I can get into town. Actually, like, that's kind of funny. A 50 zombie power stack. Is that something I'm doing? I technically don't need the level 1 to 5 unit upgrades because I can just get them here. And this wouldn't actually be the worst break, right? I mean, it depends if we can get like Animate Dead, but Animate Dead is probably with the spell rebalance and the Pumpkin Patch. I think it's a level 4 spell. So, our opponent has more towns but less heroes than us, so probably he has somebody sitting in the town. I do think, again, this requires a mausoleum, so that's what we're going to be building. I guess we can already buy out the units as well. So, Shiva. So far... Yeah, so far you're just kind of scouting, and I guess you would be one of the heroes we would be dismissing. Experimental shop is kind of something interesting. And then, yeah, Braun, he would be trying to help our man out. I do think these movement points would be the best spent like so. I should check. Okay, that's the quantity here. Maybe we try to go for the state to get more vampires. So, like... It's probably up to the job. I guess he would have 2 magic arrows. And these chests, well... Mysticism. I mean, sure thing, right? We'll make him a little bit slower, but should be fine. We need to somehow get our rolling. So anyway, Rush, what is this? This is a misfortune. Quite unfortunate, and I do think... Well, do we have a free, like, unit slot? No, not yet. Okay, this is a very good auto battle. So, now we do have a free unit slot. So now we can take the 8 Walking Deads. And do I think Tamika's the best person to take this fight, or can we, like, get another hero? Ares, Shakti. I guess Shakti with tactics is kind of something. We would have to do it on, like, Necro Army, right? I think we can kind of do this and go back with we'll get the Learning Stone and then be fine, you know? So. I don't trust the game, so we'll just like deposit a hero in the town. That is for the scouting, or scouting into the side biome doesn't really give much. I guess scouting like here into this little area could be something. Don't really think. Yeah, Sharpie would be that meaningful though. Eris has a book, and protection from air is what he gets in the book. Still, a Greenland is kind of cool, like really cool to find him. Like so. And what do I want and what do I not want? I essentially don't want to lose these, and maybe. Well, maybe just maybe like this is the army we're taking in the battle. Yeah, sure thing. Want to not get bone zoned. Centaurs. Then I guess the dwarves are the ones taking the retaliation. Can I like buff him somehow? No, I cannot. I want to specifically attack from the hex where... Hold up, like, brother, give me the hex. Okay, cool. Logistics, sure thing, we want to be fast, and we have a dragon, which is pretty cool, right? And then I guess Tamika is standing on a speed 8 creature in Dread Knight, right? Or maybe. Yeah, sure, okay. That is something. Addis, what are you doing next? I guess this objective should be easy to you, right? Let's not lose our walking dead. Ew. We're getting hit here, right? Okay, that is fine. So, Tamika would be doing this Griffin fight. Perhaps. This is not gonna give us much XP, but I'm kind of thinking because there's like 3 piles, it could be kind of good. But you know, it's like whatever. Okay, the obstacle, that's not what we were looking for. Yeah. It's not what we were really looking for. I guess we were just exchanging spells with these guys, and yeah, I guess we can slightly move the army forward here. That is fine. Andal, what are you doing? I guess maybe you can be bringing the liches forward. Maybe we can also wait and just get the extra like 2 Dread Knights, and then move out with you. What I could also do is I could also get Grindin here. Do this. And get him like back into the town. Okay. Yeah, cool stuff. Indeed, Fear is just gonna be stuck here, I guess, for the rest of his life. So, we'll want to check if no stats being shown, which is like typical. More towns though. So yeah. Do we try to do this with Tamika? I don't want to like accidentally die. Well, this is like off-road and it's like nasty and it's like, you know what I mean? Maybe Addis, since he has the magic arrow now, is kind of just like, you know, doing this. Just so we have the crystal cavern, because it's like that it's easily accessible. I don't think we can actually save an ocean even if we try really hard. We should have just taken the auto, now we just wasted mana. Cool fight though. And I was thinking doing this fight, but this probably makes more sense after checking the Griffin Conservatory first. So, Aris, what are you doing or not doing is a great question. So, and yeah, I guess Mr. Grindin as well. Probably need to go for any gold that is not like tied down to the ground, essentially is the same. So, this, could probably like maybe build a marketplace, just so I can trade a little bit. That is a fast way to get some gold. So then next turn I guess we can just already reach where Clavius needs to be, so Clavius can just, well, help us pick up. Would he be doing the crypt with like Walking Dead? Would he be doing this fight with like what, like 3 magic cat? No, I don't think that's realistic at the moment. I have to do things which are like more brawly, like fighting these. Okay, so yeah, problem, we kinda can't connect unless, what are we giving away here? Okay, look, maybe some cool spells. I don't want these guys, and we do want the knights, but what are we giving away for them? I guess the army here. So Clavius just set up for the next Rashka. Well, kind of wish I'd done that a little bit differently, but anyway, hey, we do have like the army. We do have something of a semblance of an army, which is cool. I guess we can do these griffins. This is a pretty good result. We'll just take it. Is this a big one? Is this a small one? This is a pretty big one. So I guess ideally I would be doing, let's say, the golem fight first. Maybe this Pandora box is like experience. That would be the ideal scenario, at least in my mind. And now let's have Eris here to help us out. So yeah, game's going pretty slow, but I do think for me, breaking week 2 is pretty realistic, right? Hey CsArOs, how was the game? How's the game times 2? Well, we both reset 2 times. I had like pretty decent maps. Fantom reset twice. Then I got 2 conflicts maps, which I was like, I couldn't, you know, get rolling, so I also reset twice. And now we're just kind of like stuck with a Necropolis versus the Rampart. He won the color exchange. I guess it's kind of okay because I have 3 Black Knights, but that's basically it, right? That is my whole game at the moment. So yeah, I guess we want to check out the Pandora box if it's any good. I do like the fact that I do have like a random golden bow just available to me. I guess the vampire can go in. I guess I do have a ballista also that's shooting with an accurate arrow, as funny as that sounds. Here, this is fine, and this is fine. The ramp is fine. The Skellies, I suppose it would be like good to take away some army just in case we get like army. 50 zombies. Okay, now the game is going very good. The game is going excellent. The game is going like you wouldn't believe how well it's going. And actually, probably the liches would be getting targeted here, so, oops, so, I want Mr. Vampire Lord, I don't want him to die, so, I guess Tamika's just doing this Dragonfly Hive. We can get the helmet, by the way, for that, and I saw also another piece of the thing. Yeah, we have, like, too bad this isn't a combination item or anything. I mean, look, my game started going very well suddenly, so I just have to do this, right? And yeah, since we can't really cast any, I guess that's fine, right? 8 wyverns. So 8 wyverns, and then what next? I guess the workshop here. I guess we're giving away these units. Check the Den of Thieves. Give them army strength at the moment. Mine is bigger. My man has already done a hive as well. We can see that. And this is like interesting, but the helmet is quite far away. So I guess I'll do the correct play, right? This is what the kids call it, the correct play. And yeah, Tamika is kind of my best hero at the moment. So maybe just give the army to whomever, right? Or maybe we can go on some crypting adventures. We do need some money. Rashka should be able to like blast through these, right? Without any troubles. Okay, Centaur's Axe, that's kind of one of the good things I was looking for. Then Anvil, and just step you aside. Grip number 2. I guess we'll just be doing the same. Advanced Scholar. Diplo is something, but not quite the best thing ever, though. So do we take that with this? Do we not take it with us? I guess we don't. So now Clavius starts his side hero arc. Something a little bit different. Okay, they can take the 3-1 stacks. Garden? By who? But that many? That's not cool. Game, I wanted the free dwelling. What is this? I guess we also lost the 10 stack now. Learning, sure, a free level up is always cool. And then, well, 50 leprechauns is something we can't really blast down. Mini crypt, maxi crypt. Well, kinda sad. I was actually hoping that would be something that is for free. I guess we're dismissing this unit. I mean, where's Clavius? So, minimum of 20 spell points that are generated per day. Actually, we could... Well, that is still too big now. We need something smaller. Like maybe these leprechauns into the mausoleum on day 7 and then... it's so sad. Extra sad. I guess we are setting up Ignatius to take the... you know, these things. So, Braun in the meantime. And also try to help us here by collecting resources. And then I suppose Mr. Anvil. It's already basically the end of the first week though. I mean, pathfinding is kind of something. And once again, like a maxi. This is kind of something. There's so many maxi crypts spawning. Wait, hold on. I don't remember the previous ones being this big. This one has more vampires. And hold up, also the skeletons waited. Pendant of Life. Immunity to Death Ripple. Don't really think that's like a thing though. Hmm. 2,000. So, do we take Shiva? Do we actually? Maybe Shiva can get indoors here. Yeah, she has 400 movement points left even. So maybe we can do this with her. Okay. Then Mr. Grindon. That's pretty funny. Dragon Vault week 1. And I guess we are, well, we get the super cheap resource seller, but no, let's not quite do that. Okay, Mr. Grandin. Oh, a really good fast unit. Could give him the mana charm so he restores a little bit more mana. So, air elementals, I feel like this is just a no-brainer, right? Oof. Why do you have an upstart, brother? That's not cool at all. Then yeah, XP workshop, I guess that is what we are doing at the moment. Oh, now Fantom will see that I have a Grindin. Does that affect me in any way? Well, it lowers my morale in real life. It's not like it's that big of a secret what hero you have, but still, you know, maybe. Anyway, I do think we're gonna need quite a bit of gold, so probably we'll take this chest and we can go. You know, these Walking Deads. Then, I guess Ignatius is basically also doing this, just going for the like little troop amount that he can get. I guess we're trying to do these leprechauns and maybe conserving some mana. I guess maybe we'll like blast 2 of these. So actually maybe just take a hit here. But they couldn't, okay, they kind of kited themselves there a little bit. Anyway. These Scullies, can we do this with 2 magic arrows? It's like 9 of them, right? Don't think we can, I think that's really risky to try that. Also, technically making Clavius fast, I do have to remember to take the zombies out. Or those Walking Deads rather. Okay then, what are we doing with basically everyone else? I guess we want to have grind and get the experience, right? And I think maybe just, oops, better to have like 1 stack of skeletons, for example. So, like 1, 2, like 3, 4. Yeah. This is very generous. Auto, 1 giant. Day 7. So, we... I don't have... Not a box. Skull helmet. Maybe the black tower is something I'm going for. I need Grindin to be like stronger. And I guess in my mind this plus maybe the Olga Turquoise on week 2. He has slow, so he could just like slow, but slowing doesn't do too much. Maybe going for this like side break into this town at the start of week 2 is like what I'm doing. I know you should probably know these things already, plan for that, but that's kind of the best I got at the moment, you know? Just playing whatever we have at best at the moment. Tamika, are you gonna be like a good... You know, well... Yeah, if you could restore mana somehow, that would be like, very amazing. Let's do that. Advance your lobby, that's pretty cool. And you make it halfway, it's pretty fine. So blacksmith over a mage guild. Am I gonna be a mage guild builder? At the very least I'm gonna be picking up this. I think here we definitely need the citadel, so all the troops that go in higher quantities. Then with Handle. Maybe I don't want Mr. Giant. I think actually Mr. Giant at the moment is a bit of a detriment. The Loins of the Legion, that is 3rd level units. Do I care about that enough to 1100? Well, can kind of barely make that if I really want to. It shot my liches, brother boy. Okay, quite the deadly creature apparently. Mysticism, I do need the earth magic, so that's that. Green dragon. Funny. Okay. That is something as well. I guess we would be just kind of chilling here, right, with the man. And, well, this is still looking like the best thing, but I do want to maybe take the churchyard. Maybe I take the, yeah, the churchyard, the chest, do this, reinforce again with whatever we have. And I guess this would also be really good. Like, I have like a pretty big Necropolis army from big Dissolved like dwellings, the 4 zombie ones, and I can like upgrade them, get like 100 Walking Deads immediately essentially. Like a mausoleum maybe on the way back, or no. Maybe this mausoleum on the way back, so like... Well... Let's let the opponent play as well. Not seeing too many stats, but that's... Is that really an indication? So yeah, Mr. Braun. Okay. Okay, do this, Clavius, don't forget your... Dudes, motor wheel, or... back. I think the other heroes will still need another turn, so you can do this with air tone. Kind of sad to not get a fight. This turn with my mysticism man. I still do. It's kind of fine, so 12 skellies. And Tamika. Oh. Can't like reach this. 2 Nagas. Okay, that's pretty interesting. Now we also have like 2 troops from the tower. But those are kind of like what you call meat, essentially. That one lich is not really doing much, but... I still try to like preserve him though. Okay, shielded the Yawning dead. We also have a skull helmet. And my man. Emperor skull is something. So other turquoise. Kinda sad. Well, maybe we will do this instead. So skeleton's not that useful, right? Yeah, sure thing, right? Something like this. I need the Grindon just to have some experience, right? Because he is gonna be the guy who's gonna be like slowing. And I do think this Pandora box is like the solution to my problems. All my life's problems. Then this Eris is going to be interacting with the Tamika. I think this is gonna be fine. Yeah, we can just like take a scroll, give some troops. Rashka needs to go here so he can like get to the so we can get the army from the town essentially. Who do we have here, by the way? Moandor and Malekith. Oh, Moandor is pretty good, cool. With the liches. Anyway, let's get a mage guild here. I do like the cheaper mage guild. Spells pretty yucky. And what do we also get? I'll just go with the scholar. Bringing over level 2 spells would be something, but I don't think we're doing that. I guess we're just getting a fireball, so we will be having some money. Are we doing this now, or are we waiting a turn with Mr. Grindon to do these Olgoy Turquoise? Well, I'm not losing momentum not doing this now, so let's try to do it now. Anyway, can we do something sophisticated? I guess we would learn to like slow them down, right? Push charge right in there, right? Yeah, this kind of just sucks when you push. But, you know, it is what it is. 3. have like a cure or anything, I guess. Well, RIP to the Vampire Lords, they did help us quite a bit, no? And so, wait, that was kind of one of the points. I did want to take the... But, look, there's 3 artifacts, there's no way this is gonna be like experience, right? Oh my goodness, you must be kidding me. Anyway, we do have a man who can also walk in the desert. Yeah, we'll take this, and I will take that, right? We don't really need any protection from Earth. Yeah, we do have that. Misfortune, we already have that. And I guess we can technically make Grindon a little bit faster, so like take away his super slow troops. And speed 7, okay. All the cool stuff, right? I guess we could also try to do this little objective with like a side hero, if it's like a small one. And yeah, this is gonna be the path. Oh my god, 50. It's like 50 there. Nice. Can I do this with mass slow? This will give me something. It's 10 turns of slow, and I will have like a giga stack of zombies essentially. That's not really what I need though. It's all shits and giggles till I start giggling and shitting. Oh no, don't say that. No soul. By the way, how are you doing? Long time no see. But that's because, well, I guess the best way to meet me is on my streams, and I haven't been streaming like the whole week. I did actually plan to play something, but I kind of started like, how do you say that? Like, I got creative again and I started making memes, even though I have already enough memes made for the non-stop November. My creative juices started flowing again in my mind, and so I was like, oh, you know, like, hey, I'm feeling motivated to make some memes, so I did that. Oh, by the way, black shard, hold up. Black shard, if we see the ribcage, we should maybe snatch that, right? This is a pretty tough fight, and it's kind of like in the middle of nowhere, but... yeah, we'll keep that in mind. We do also have one of the good necro artifacts. Shield, but we already have the shield. We don't really care about this. Because of the Pandora boxes looking like pumpkins, my mind is already like shutting them off because I don't play that much PvP, so they are already like half invisible to me. Having them as pumpkins makes it like basically fully invisible. Like, you know, if someone's guarding a Pandora box, it's just a guy guarding, like, you know, a campfire. Look at this Medusa guarding a campfire. Nothing else. Oh boy, we do need to deal damage. How do we deal damage? That is quite a question. Maybe we go like for this Pandora box and like just also do the rogue fight for a little bit of XP. Like boom, boom, boom. Yeah, maybe Grin just does all of these beforehand. Maybe even also the spell power. I would need to give him, and I would need to like scholar some spells, which is something I did think about. Maybe that is indeed what we're gonna be doing with Rashka. But yeah, it's like Thursday and it's my first day of playing Heroes this week. This week, by the way, I also did like, you know what's funny? Since I make the like Heroes memes for like daily posting essentially at the moment, sometimes I have to use the like editor, the map editor. So I have the like I open the game just to like take some screenshots, and it's usually like 5 minutes, maybe 10 maximum. I haven't even opened the editor this week, so yeah, somehow watching the game at the moment, it's like looking at the Chinese alphabet essentially. I mean, like, I do play at least once a week, so it's not that bad. It's not like I completely forget everything, but still. You know, that feeling when you start, like, getting a little bit rusty. Normally this happened to me, and the fact that we're playing in the pumpkin patch as well is, yeah, also quite interesting. It just adds to the chaos, essentially. And maybe I should be building Mage Guild out. And maybe I should just delete the Shiva. Take the Shiva and maybe visit like a windmill and then delete her, or visit like these piles, take these piles. Maybe take the army with Shiva, do the ruins and then go back, and then I can dismiss her. Actually, that's like a pretty legitimate idea. The opponent doesn't quite have the stats, but that just means he could be in the middle, he just hasn't found like a big artifact or anything yet. And yeah, now it's my turn, and he has a Sealy. So, yeah, actually, you know what? The first thing that does need to happen is Rashka going to the town, right? Then we can use this little army. I guess the best way to like do these objectives would be using so I mean maybe even like so, right? Yeah, we can definitely go and do this and come back. Maybe even also be able to go for the crypt and then kind of come back. Well, if I do fail, I do have to dismiss 2 heroes because I cannot put Shiva back in the town. I guess for that case, Braun is also quite a dispensable hero. Basically the first one up on the chopping block. So yeah. Well, I do think we do need the money. And I do think we should be doing small things. Well, maybe we didn't really care about Shiva's XP though. I do need these ones. I should have like put them in a bigger stack. Oops. Yeah. Mr. Skeleton, please take the anabit. Yeah, thank you. Okay, good stuff. Crest of Valor is something interesting. And yeah. This is fine, and well. Okay, so Braun. And for existing for a short period of time. You the real MVP of the story. And then yeah, Shiva probably the first one on the chopping block. As I did say, Rashka would be like really good for, you know, taking the forbidden knowledge of the level 2 spells. Death Ripple, Force Field is something, like, right? But no, it doesn't really help me too much. Cyclops are very nasty. This fight is like somewhat doable, right? But you know, just doesn't drive the at the moment. So Aris, the movement points. I guess you're trying to use them as well as you can, right? So every tiny bit of army counts. And yeah, we're kind of like abandoning technique essentially. This is not like, well, one bone dragon is something. I guess this is also like worthwhile in our small army rally. Okay, then... Mm, getting messaged. I wonder if it's by CsArOs or by someone else. Oh, actually you can pass through here. Oh, that is like a little wasted movement points I did not have before. And CsArOs is indeed messaging me. Do you have the same options in Hex Swapper? Did you check before the game? I will just reply. Yes, Fantom sent me a screen of the options. He wanted to play. And I completely agreed with that, because I do feel like that is the spirit of the mod. What's the point of having these fancy options if we don't like try to play with them? Even if it completely turns the game upside down. So, two. We need to get all of these. Vampires would be cool, but like we can't really utilize them at the moment. And yeah, we still have that one power ledge, so maybe. Skeletons, I guess we will be leaving, like so. Okay, we'll just send out... Yeah, we'll just send out Rashkin the next turn. This is as far as we can get. We will, like, continue on, though. I feel like doing this is fine. Alright, we shouldn't face too many... You want to retreat? Are you crazy? Is this like an impossible fight to do suddenly? Well, okay, look. The intel here. Oh, wait, yeah, I don't have my like full army, do I? I have like a throwaway army here, essentially. That's not too good. This one hasn't moved yet, so we want them to go there. Yeah, that explains things. Also, Andal doesn't have all the artifacts. Yeah, what did I just do? Autopiloted on like the main hero, essentially, right? Not good, indeed. I guess we will be hitting with the zombie here. Then you need to not be in the battlefield at the moment. Oh man, bleeding units. That is very, very painful. And what else are we doing? Fire shield. That's the unit I care the most about surviving at the moment. Oof, well, that really sucks. One lapse of concentration immediately. That is like being followed up by losing your entire army. Well, didn't need the army, right? Because we were just pulling the boys in from the town anyway, right? Well, at least we earned... You know... Oh boy. Yeah, we can't justify that. And they'll be dummy. What have we done? Yeah, well. Still though, Grindon is... Well, we can't do this fight now, can we? We just have to wait for more reinforcements. Converting this guy into like an actual other type of dragon would be pretty cool, right? Can we do that? Yeah, we probably can. That would be good, and well, the violence kind of stay. So, just hero chain. Now we don't actually have anyone who can help Grindon here. Right. Yeah. So, I guess we don't really want to do this fight at the moment. Well, it is what it is. My bad gameplay is indeed my bad gameplay. Let us build up this mage guild. Cool stuff. I believe this Pandora box will you know, save the game. Trust me. Okay, now it's Fantom's turn with his Sealy. So what is CsArOs messaging me about? Okay, great. Uh, do you have anyone with the states? I will sadly know. How much does it give? The only estates I have are vampire estates at the moment. So not doing too hot in the employment department. It's raining constantly, so that doesn't help either. How about you, guest? Ooh, where you are, it's raining, because where I am, it's snowing, and I got that winter vibe up. I have like a pretty cool idea for a winter themed video that would be released around Christmas. It's like, I know it sounds ambiguous, but like somewhere between 30 and 90 seconds, which is like a pretty long, like a pretty big difference in length, but like I have a cool idea planned essentially for a video that could be edited in like 2 or 3 days, or like one even if I really tried to. So yeah, I'm kind of already vibing with the winter. Oh man, should I just get the Skelly I should get the Skelly Transformer, make all of these troops, most of these troops, into skeletons. Then good old Tamika, nothing beats that, right? Yeah, good old Tamika. We can get her a Walking Deads in the army as well. 2 ghost, yeah, like 6 ghost dragons. If only I can get like an animate dead or something pretty cool. I need Rashka to be like interacting with Grindon. No, he's the spell transfer man. And in the very worst case, we're just like, oh man, this is like such a sad turn. We needed the whole army to do the golems. The problem is I didn't really have ranged creatures, and this isn't like helping. Oh. Too much. Well, yeah. I feel like I didn't play this map to the best of my ability. The best of my ability would be probably getting somebody to break these halflings, getting the side town. Actually going for the vampires, so we would have like 9 extra vampires, and keeping those 4 alive. It's snowing in Ohio too. Oh yeah, Ron was from Ohio. I don't know why, but somebody wrote on the internet that Ohio looks like a tractor. It's like somebody's drawing a tractor, the word Ohio, and it's just stuck in my head now. It's like funny for all the wrong reasons. But yeah, snowing, it's a pretty chill vibe essentially. And I guess it's not going too hot in the employment department for me either, but I've also I've only applied for 2 places at the moment. Which compared to like the previous time I was unemployed, I was like basically applying to at least 2 places a day. So yeah, I really needed this like break from real life's problems essentially. And yeah, in November basically posting a meme every day has been me trying to catch back the creative energy I didn't use during the year, you know? So when it rains it pours, and essentially this year I feel like it was quite a drought of memes, quite a drought of content for me in general. I think did the Dark Games campaign come out at the beginning of the year? I think that's basically that, right? In January I did that, and then I just kind of like stuck to like mostly 1 stream per weekend. And now that I have more time, I want to do so many things, but at the same time I'm like, I want to do them well. And I feel like, for example, the Kiddos Chronicle stream that I did, I tried to blast through it in 1 stream and I failed. And I also missed some of the story, so it's kind of like I haven't gotten around to editing that. But that's like an 11-hour, basically, stream. What I would do is I would, like when I start, I will just go through the, like, you know, Heroes Unofficial Wiki. map by map in the campaign and read all the, like, you know, stuff I missed. Because those campaigns are pretty easy, so you kind of blast through them without getting all the story with you, you know? So I would just be like a whole day reading through the story, editing the stream, and preparing for like the next day. And I still haven't looked into the like the GL wrapper, because yeah, it's like it wasn't apparent to me then. But yeah, the resolution's completely botched there. I almost want to like redo the first campaign, but like I know that would also be pretty scuffed. Pretty scuffed of the thing to do. So, ooh. Do we see something interesting? His opponent. Okay, opponent has like a shield, like a very big shield. So, didn't think about what I would be doing this turn like a proper Giga Chat. We don't think about moves ahead of time. Like, what are you talking about? Planning? That's not how the good gamers do it. I just play on instinct now. Okay, Clavius. Pretty perfect location. Basically, you can get that one ocean. And so, then Shiva. Eris doesn't really have a purpose. We could kind of like dismiss him. Maybe we can go for this. This looks so far away. Okay, this man's usefulness was reduced to picking up a single gold pile. Amazing. Amazing stuff, really. So, yeah, let's take all of these, let's take all of these, let's take all of these. What? Oh yeah, we should probably chain the army upwards first, right? And I guess we're committing to the Skelly Transformer idea in that case. Then... Park and Rush could go Rush, and then go like that with here, okay. Anything else that needs to be upgraded? Yes, some minor units. I guess we would be... that. Okay, take the dragon. We'll take the units which are fine at the moment. This will leave Mondo with like a single rate. That's fine, really. And we should probably not do it like immediately as well. So, is this enough money? Oh no, my main stack that needed to be upgraded. It doesn't actually have enough money. 3.7k is what I need. That's kinda yikes, honestly. I will just be big man and we'll just like sell things in the marketplace. Like, who needs these 80 gems, right? Sure. Let's see you. Getting the Vampire Lord upgrade immediately, so 1.6k. Okay, let's just sell what we have the most plentiful. And I guess wood is also like pretty plentiful, so that's essentially everything that we would like to sell. Yeah, this man, I guess, carrying the spells over. Candle. This one rate probably will not be mattering, but still. this. Okay, so we don't need to do that. So, well, I suppose we do this. Then Tamika, we don't need handle. We're taking that. Skull helmet is pretty cool, but we would rather actually have somebody who can restore mana on that skull helmet. Then we probably need to have Rush keep going there so that he can exchange the spells. Then we can actually meet up with Grindon. So, not the biggest disaster that we did at the moment. Anyway, here is your army, brother. And yeah, the two Wyverns are not going to be that useful. The fact that you're not a Necro hero is actually a pretty big bummer. Other than that, I do think this army rally is like top-notch. Basically the best I could have done. Yeah, keep this man moving. This man already can be heading down south, and the Grindon. I do want a little bits of experience that I can get for you. That's pretty cool. Eagle Eye, kind of Pepega, but so is leadership though. You know what I mean? I am undead. Are we scuffing it? Well, he's gonna be our main. We're gonna maybe steal some good spells from Fantom. That's my logic there. Maybe he has some better magics than we do. And yeah, we're kind of ashamed we're not using Necro army for fights. So we could slow them down. Yeah, we should probably do that in this fight. And having no, like, anime dead is pretty weird. Everyone have a great day. Time to go eat some turkey. Thank you, Mr. Around the Globe. That is cool. So, can we actually do this and not lose the Dreadnought? Just barely, okay. And then hit him with the dragon. I guess the skeleton is the most expendable unit here, so... Okay, then my man, you will be fine with intelligence. And Nagas. Guess we would be like, if we're getting units, we're just... Ooh! Grindon learns spells. That is very beautiful. Can you do something with these spells? Chain is kind of cool. Fly is kind of cool, but we do need to still do the break, where we can fly places. Do we have a magician who can air magician rather? Somebody who is... We do have a water magician. I mean, we got like forgetfulness. This is pretty cool. This makes Grindon like better, but do we try to do this? I think we do try to do this. Then this plus something or no. Attacking the walking deads can't really help with that. We can do 2 for 1 though. Ooh, Air Magician, hello. Well. How do we do this break though? I mean 50, that's quite a quantity. We'll have to, well, we'll have to count on the terrain being godlike, right? Level 3 spells, we do have like a casual slow on the level 3 mage guild. Something you don't really see all too often. Still feels really cursed. So, next turn if things go well, that being, well, not dying to the break here. Yeah, 28 mana, so we do have this plus... What else? I mean, Destroy Undead is something. Maybe we could restore more mana on the way there. I guess Andal is kind of decent with pathfinding as well. Any spells here that are like... I guess maybe a force field. Can we interact with Grinden? Yeah, we can interact with Grinden. So... yeah, we just have to like do it. We have to man up, do the break, take the town, and then the Andal has pathfinding. And we can start doing things in the middle, or we can start looking around the middle. And yeah, I did not do the thing with the Malekith though, with the extra army. Maybe that's something I should do though. I just like dismiss sheep and try to chain army forward. Tamika would also be kind of neat. Like 2 turns, she could go to this town. Logistics softens. She's actually a necro hero. She has like the some spells. Maybe doing something like a Pandora box here first with the army while we still had it would have been a better idea. Got bullied by an Aggie Bank, which I didn't really have to do, but then again, got the goal to buy out the army to compensate for the army that I lost. So in the end I actually didn't gain anything besides gems, which I had to sell afterwards anyway. Economy 101. Maybe we get this Malekith and we send... oh, actually, I like this idea. We send this Nagash up here to do this so we can actually access the other town. Maybe we dismiss one, or we take like what we can with him, which is probably these 2 mystical gardens. Dismiss the man, buy out Malekith, convert some, get some army from Clavius, or 4 Clavius. Wait, short term, and he is gaining stats pretty rapidly, so that is indeed a pretty big indicator that he is in the middle. And now I feel stupid for wasting money on the raid here, but I did think maybe that our guy would be a little bit faster. So, Malekith, convert this into skeletons, and then actually, Necro Amplifier, Blacksmith Marketplace, like plenty of good options. Here the Mage Guild is already getting expensive. Why is this a level 4 spell, brother? Actually, spell power times 18 is pretty interesting scaling. So probably don't need to upgrade the skeletons there. Yeah, then Clavius. I think in the long term the marketplace is gonna be better, even in the short term, to be honest. Well, we don't need to do this, we should do this. Okay, so should be fine, right? With some magic, of course. actually, let's get the Skellies in front fight. Would actually rather keep the Harpies alive, you know? Okay, we have an Earth Magician, and we did get the Skeleton Wars back. And actually, there's just stables here, so I feel pretty bad for not doing that sooner. Great stuff indeed. Feeling bad all the time. Well, accidentally talking about life now, so obelisk. There's not that many obelisks, which is kind of cool. Looks like it's in a grassland, which is not cool, though. Then... Yeah, Tamika, we were like thinking, do we restore mana with you or not? You don't have wisdom, so you just kind of can't really compete with the others, though. I guess it would be like going there. Then Ignatius. What are you doing? I guess you would be going here and finally getting like a sawmill or something. Not too important. My man is not too important. Then Rashka actually is quite important. Do we have some movement points left? We do. So here, give him all the spells. I could maybe try to shoot some of the some of those Dread Knights with an accurate shot. That would be kind of high tier if that worked. And then, well, this would delay it for another turn. I think we just go, you know? And whatever happens, happens. And that's basically gonna be a GG if I can't do it. So let's get Anvil, all the spells. And yeah, we probably should have. So, the big moment of faith. Is this passable, by the way? Sound okay, sound okay. So maybe should have like started kiting. Something. Are quite fast though. With worst accurate shot trigger. Not good. So then what do we have? We have like a lightning bolt, or we could be magic arrowing, and that's just like somehow more mana efficient, right? We could also force field a little bit, but we can't move the hand towards. We'll be fine. We kind of have to, right? There goes a bunch of our army already. This guy, okay, so. Well, sadly for me, this is just gonna be one big brawl. And yeah, I do think we're just gonna be beaten up here. So, last cast the magic arrow. This was a bit too big for us, but then again. Okay, look, there's still 2 turns of slow, right? Not ideal, not ideal. I mean, get a little bunker for liches. No, that's not gonna be good enough, right? Well, Mr. Grindon did try his best I guess. Could we continue the game in any meaningful way? We do have Fly though with Grindon. Get a level 5 Mage Guild. Okay, wait, maybe. Let's research. Of course, the spells don't really make sense, right? I suppose. What's faster? It's this one. Look, if we can random into a town portal, maybe we blast we like destroy undeads a couple times, and this is fine, alright? We'll keep playing because maybe the opponent also like combusts in the middle, and then he's like, oh, I haven't seen my opponent yet. He should be like doing fine, right? Because I actually did check before. I checked like the how are you killing 50 Death Knights? The answer is I'm not killing 50 Death Knights. Well, maybe if I had a little bit more stats, but yeah. I mean, town portal gets something valuable in like a side town. Maybe it's another rampart, maybe I can like get some centaurs. I guess we can go here and we can like destroy undead. The fact that the town is so close is like pretty juicy. Got me into a false sense of I can do it. Well, someone else maybe has mana? No. Everyone else kind of just sucks besides Grindon. Well, Grindon also kind of sucks, but then again, I did take what I perceive to be the better level up on that. Because, like, when are we gonna use leadership as the undeads? Is he like 1000 XP? No, he's not 1000 XP away from a level up. Any creature banks I can farm up? Well, most of the ones I could have done. I guess this is something, but it's like disgustingly far. This is something. Maybe I just like do that. Well, a better player would have recognized that, hey, like going to recover mana is the correct play, or farming some creature banks is the correct play. I feel like actually most of my biome that I've seen is pretty poor at the moment, so maybe there's something juicy up here, like, you know, maybe like a hive, and I can start like restart rolling. I don't really think that's gonna be the case, but hey, I did want to say that I did check the scores like I think 2 weeks ago, back when Fantom asked is like today fine to play, and I think he had like 2 games where he lost, and basically a game ended in like 1-1-4, and the only way that's possible in my mind is that he, like, you know, self-combusted essentially and just said, okay, I don't have anything, I lost like all my troops, and I respect the opponent, like the opponent's ability to, you know, not do that, and so he GG'd out. I don't actually know if he streamed any of the games, so could be something else, but usually that's that. So for that reason, because the opponent did that before, I feel like that's kind of at least, you know, like, unless I see him take this town and have like a giga army, or start farming like this very edge with a very big army. I do have like, oh, that's basic. Well, yeah, I guess that's advanced, but you know what I mean. No School of Magic in basic one, like 1 step higher, but it's not good enough to. It's not good enough to give me any information that is valuable. I do technically have Fly. I think flying is fine as long as you end the turn in your zone. Like, you cannot farm anything from here, but like I could fly all the way here with Grindon. Maybe do this fight. Fly over here, do this fight. Destroy undead, destroy undead. Slow destroy undead, destroy undead. I mean, yeah. I suppose. Day 7 break and then Andal takes the town. Like, I don't know. We'll keep trying though. until we see the opponent with like a giga stack, you know, like if my man shows 20 to 49 Cyclops or something silly like that, I'm GGing though, because I cannot come back from something like that. I did come back in the game against Alex, but that was more like because we kind of farmed each other. Like we farmed like half the map each, and then the opponent made a mistake. Well, we did like have like a big battle, but then the opponent tried to push for me, but because I had a logistics specialist, I was able to catch his like hero, main hero, with Shackles of War, that he had equipped by the way. And without his main hero, he lost quite a lot of momentum. So, that's a little bit of a different story. Look at that poor man Grindin. I think it's illegal to like poor man on this biome though. That'll be so funny. Get the learning stone fly over. Poor man on the trolls and be in this town and do something here. Okay, at the very least, who was the guy who was going Malekith? Do we have some more Mercury anywhere? Yeah, we do still have the raids. This could also be something with Eris, right? Just need Mercury. I guess I can check my Discord while... Okay, that's that. SP Workshop. There are quite a few creature banks up here now that I'm looking at it. But are they like... The problem with the creature banks sometimes is that there's too many of them. You can't like make 5 stacks of basically, you know, one of each town's unit. You're stuck on like negative morales, basically for the end of time. And the stacks don't like really grow big. You bleed one for the other. And I still don't see the problem though. Wait, what? No turn to replay, okay. I saw like a red dot here on the mini-map and I was like, wait, did he like dimension door and then dismiss his hero or something? My mind could not handle that. Yeah, I guess Tamika now also, since she's not restoring mana. Oh man. Not great stuff at all. I mean, maybe opponent is struggling to get like a slow or a haste. Maybe his stats came from something like the Utopia in his biome. And he was like looking like, hey, maybe I can get like this tome. Instead he got like a Sentinel shield and like some stat boosts. Like some artifacts, some smaller Angelic Alliance pieces maybe. I also do have like... Okay, we have 2 pieces, well we have 3 pieces of the AOTD, right? Maybe AOTD is the way forward, though. Like what once, if I can get it and I can break here and I can get the town, that would be like a very good way to start rolling, as long as I have a speed priority unit. This would also be something... Oh yeah, Dimension Door is fire magic. So, yeah. Yeah, control spells are really problematic to get in the PP. I mean... No fire wizards though. I mean, look, a level 5 mage guild, if it gives me something like Dimension Door, actually, as well, or Town Portal, or I can get enough Mercury to, like, research. Get, like, a good level 5 spell and then research on top of that. I am seeing ways to bounce back in the game. Not, like, ultra realistic, but somewhat realistic. Realistic enough that I want to actually keep playing. Unless I see, like, the opponent, as I said, has a Giga stack. Ooh. Genova. You think he's gonna build an observation tower? You think he's gonna realize that this guy had a larger quantity before? Well, we do see the opponent, at least somewhat. Oh, hello. Alan. Oh. Well, that last one, was it TP? Was it DD? No, it was just a hero dismissal. Sure thing. We still don't really see his units. Maybe he has like a hodgepodge, you know, like 4 to 9 of like all the other, like, you know, the creatures you can get from like 1 to 2 giants. Like, maybe his army is too big of a hodgepodge also to break into my biome. Unless I can see, like, you know, Giga stack in the town. I'm also just very curious about the level 5 mage guild. Let's see what we get in the level 5 mage guild. The secrets it holds. Actually, what release? Is that good? This is like minus what? 3 Dread Knights, basically, if I can get this thing, but I can also get the armor of the next. But hey, I look on the bright side of this. This could potentially be a game that I finish in one sitting with my opponent. So that is, at least that feeling is pretty nice. So, how are you guys doing? How is life treating you? Is it treating you like Jebus Cross, or is it treating you like a custom map? Oh, actually, we have like this dawned on me just now. That would be so funny, though, to build a cover there. If it was closer to the road, maybe I would do it. not like out of disrespect, because I think it would be pretty funny. Imagine you're playing like Jebus Cross, you're already experienced with the format. You're playing on a new mod, and then you see like typical AI behavior from your opponent, smoking up the land. Oh no. I don't know why, but that's like a pretty funny thought. Pulling an AI on the opponent. This and this. I mean, look, maybe Dimension Door is just enough to like carry me, get some artifacts. Then the opponent is like, oh, you can't do the break, and then I like slow, I don't know, click Destroy Undead 3 times. And it's kind of good enough to get the town. Maybe I get Town Portal as well. Maybe I can like evacuate Grendon. I mean, yeah. The big thing is I need to see the opponent's army. If it's too big to do anything, it's GG. If it's small, I keep fighting on because maybe, like that the game against Alex, I can find something, you know? It's just scraps to hold on. Long enough that I can, like, you know, force my opponent to make a mistake, and that's just a game. 1% chance to win is still a chance to win, right? But yeah, Fantom, by the way, pretty experienced player. I'm pretty sure that he was like a finalist in one of the big tournaments. Maybe not this year, but like 2 years ago. But yeah, I don't really follow the competitive Heroes 3 scene too much. Basically joined the tournament because CsArOs asked me very, very nicely. So yeah, kind of my first tournament experience, which is maybe something I should be doing more. If I want to get more into Heroes 3 multiplayer, I feel like grinding just random games against opponents. It's kind of good if you, what's the way to say it? If you have no clue what you're doing, it's probably not that good to just like put a day of the week into that. If you're kind of half experienced, like not like the best player, then it's kind of good because you're learning the format. And if you're a really good player, you probably just should be playing only tournaments, right? Maybe like a game each day for, you know, just to like warm up, to get the brain started. Let's see if we see 20 all stats. Double digits everywhere. Very long turn for Fantom, so... I mean, look, maybe he's combusting against some random troop. He thought, like, hey, it's very easy, I can do this. And then, let's say the troop is, let's say Pumpkin Patch Enhanced. He's fighting, let's say, Scorpicors, and they're paralyzing him over and over. Yeah, we would never know. But I mean, this fight would be doable. Mass Haste or Forgetfulness. This is probably the fight I should have went for, but then again, it's like no pathfinding. I saw the town here and I thought that this would be the way to go for. But then yeah, just Mass Slow is not good enough to do a big fight. It's a good spell, but it doesn't really do much on its own. Did have a pretty decent necro. I mean, maybe I should have gone here just like get the 2 boxes. Well, hindsight is what you get after you fail, right? It's like super far out of nowhere. The suspense is killing me, but soon it might be his main hero. So guys, do you like my memes? I'm basically just keeping talking, otherwise it's like, you know, nothingness. just avoid looking at a never-ending screen, never-changing screen? Do you enjoy non-stop November? Do you think the 30 memes, well, it's not over yet, but do you think like the 30 memes I have provided are good value to come back to my channel once per day? Because that's kind of what I wanted to check with that. My channel's, by the way, very slowly getting subscribers, which I was like, my channel was stagnating for basically a year and a half, which is pretty understandable because I basically just streamed once every Saturday. And for every like subscriber gained, I lost one, so it was kind of like basically standing like fully still, like a time capsule of a channel. I do have ambitions. I was thinking maybe in like 2 years, if I actually put some work into the channel, I could definitely grow it to like 15k subscribers, right? And at that point, when you're in like the 5 digits, you can start thinking about YouTube as a like hobby profession. But I guess, you know, time will tell. I'll just keep making some shorts. I'll keep making videos I like making. Won't force myself to make like any big projects. I do actually enjoy making the shorter type of videos because it's like 1 or 2 days and it's done. Video editing is actually such a time-consuming process. And also meme making, like, maybe I'm not that good at image editing, but like a couple of those memes took me like 3 hours to make. Oh, okay, it's my turn. So, anything shown? No, nothing shown. Stats are pretty nasty. Then, as I said, fear is gonna be here. Oh. Guess I can just check. Okay, cool stuff. Level 5 Mage Guild. Has the Resurrection. God damn. That's quite a Mage Guild. Then, let's also move it all the rest of the 11 heroes. That is indeed a Mage Guild. So, let's see if we can find any... What would you call them even? So there's any... not really know. Okay. Cool. This is where the Candyland was, damn it. And this is... what are you talking about? 5 to 9 champions for like a stat boost and like a picket? Brother, no. And then... just adding insult injury. Well, yeah, like creature banks plus stable very close by. Also, like this fight is not really difficult. Alright, let's do it like that. I just want to see what my other town was. And also, more than anything, I want to see what my other level 5 spell is, because unironically, if it is Dimension Door, I do feel like there is a chance to come back into the game. Let's do this. Clavius with the mysticism, just do that. Well, it is a fortress, okay. Actually, it's just lizard's weight, so we probably want a stack of heart. Yeah, that's fine. To stay there, but no, it didn't want to do that. Apparently, if you cast a spell, that command resets, which is something I didn't know, so at least I'm learning something new. So anyway, marketplace. Gimme. 7 Mercury. Was keeping a bunch of ore just in case I ran into a really good artifact merchant. So, Dimension Door, brother. Yeah, hell yeah. And actually it's all schools of that. No, it's fire magic. Damn it. CsArOs, your coloring does not match up. Then we do have Dimension Door, right? Because my man is expert, yeah. So, is the dream real or is the dream not real? Okay, go here. And the fly feels kind of useless, right? How do we clear this fight though? I guess we have to like chain. Anything better than that? Well, Resurrection apparently, but yeah. E5. That's not good enough. 16, what are these? I didn't realize I could reach that far. I mean, look, it's... I kinda have to, like, almost do this. Okay, the speed 3 grinds it, okay. Now we don't have, well... Yeah, now we don't have the mana to do anything worthwhile. Don't have Town Portal, we're just kind of stuck here. Our opponent is showing good stats, but like, I want to see his actual army, you know what I mean? Someone else doing anything worthwhile at all in the whole kingdom? Besides Grindon, is someone else existing in this kingdom? And I will try to exist essentially. Aris, do you have enough for like a streaming? Yeah, but your spellcasting is not great. Can't cast anything essentially, so. Andal can reach Grindon, that's pretty surprising. Better get his slow dwarfs away. Dimensional Door to restore mana. I don't have like a magic wall in my... Yeah, I don't have like a magic wall that I could see in my biome. Not the greatest thing in the universe, for sure. Well... Okay. What do we keep developing here? I guess Castle, Necro Amplifier, Unearthed Graves, sure thing. The moment I do see his like army though. Maybe Dimension Dooring up here, and I can reach the town with the road. That is like pretty unlikely though. Town Portal. I don't even know what level Town Portal is. I guess if the opponent breaks into my biome, I could banter a little bit and ask him, hey, what level is the spell? What level is Town Portal, by the way? And yeah, 6 knowledge. Well. I guess we could keep on like researching level 4 spells. Maybe something funky let's find something cool there, you know? Just immediately know you cannot. Okay, Tavern Gossip going hard with this one. Bone and Ghost Dragons are the vile creations of the Necromancers. Oh, too bad. Too bad for me. He's moving so fast I can't like, catch a hero. And he did some fights. He is definitely gaining momentum, like a lot of it. I'll be like right here. Should have maybe gone for this break instead, but like, then again, I mean, look, the problem I had before in the Pumpkin Patch was that I either had guys with logistics and pathfinding or schools of magic, and I feel like you need a hero who has both of those things at the same time, because without schools of magic you can't like cast control spells at all. Like, it's just so bad. Moving between like towns and moving between objectives, and meanwhile a guy with that logistics and pathfinding is just hella slow. He can do like basically 2 control spells and that's his turn, 2 control spells and then like take an objective, and that's it. You know, it's not, doesn't feel good either. Pumpkin Patch kind of slows down the game and the full spell rebalance. I mean, the heroes who have the like very vital spells are like even more crucial than, you know, the ones that they are normally. It's pretty funky also to see like all the but yeah, like something like Magic Mirror, you know, how else would you cast it unless it was like a low level spell? Actually, I think the Hota crew probably won't be doing such a drastic like spell rebalance. They stated that they want to follow the principles of first fixing what isn't working. So what that tells in my mind is that they will teach the AI to cast things like Fireball, remove obstacle, etc. in disguise. So those are not like only player exclusive spells and like Minefield. That would be the first big change. That would be interesting, actually. Can you imagine the AI casting like a fireball in front of their archers? Oh no. Maybe that's something, a new meme would like awake. Another thing they could do is they could like implement spells from other heroes' games. Actually, are there any interesting spells you can think of? From like Heroes 2, Heroes 4, Heroes 5? Ooh. And he is here. Well, one angel, but this probably has way more. And yeah, I think Fantom, he's played enough to be like a good judge. Yeah, that he can do this definitely. Probably has like tactics. Probably maybe even has like mass haste, and that's good enough to do it. I'm not gonna make him like attack everything. I do think, however, maybe I can get all my artifacts together on Grendon, and we can dimension door, we can go say hello with like whatever whatever this is. What level spell is unpurple? Well, I could have actually been surfing through its 4th level. So the same as before. Well, I mean, I did get... It's so funny, like, people are saying that you don't usually build mage guilds in Jebus Cross, but when I do, I get things like Dimension Door just up front, like Resurrection as well. I want to check his army, so like when he ends his turn, even if he doesn't move, it's even a single hex further here. What he is going to be moving. Who has that, actually? I imagine that's probably a prison hero. Yeah, he has all the units, like, so he started his turn like so, with a stronghold army, so he is like probably a prison hero with reach and everything, you know. And his army is yeah, I guess he was farming the mountain caverns. So yeah. Anyway, can we show off my Grindin to him? No. Well, then in that case I will just, you know, can't even. We'll scout around a little bit. You over here? Harassed his poor bookless barbarian. Just because I was curious. Actually, refugee camp in a pretty interesting place. Give him a nice magic arrow. Anyway, that's gonna be that. We'll show him the spirit to fight, and then we'll say, well, I got to phase, so. And I guess we'll call it. Yeah, well, I didn't have anything after that fight, so we'll leave the game and we'll actually ask him to, just wanted to see you actually have some army before calling GG's. Modify, check your POV. Yeah, hold up, how do I copy the password? I do know, actually, hold up. I'll do it the scrub way, going into the folder with Heroes 3, and then going through, hold up, pumpkin patch, games, passwords, and this is the password I have here. So. And why is the dog digging? Oh yeah, because I minimized the game. That's what's happening there. So I want to quickly, very quickly check out. Let's see. And okay, I have my password, but we need Fantom's password. Copy that. And. So, opponent's perspective is gonna be a billion times better than mine, but hey, kinda had Grindin, and that's just that. And then, yeah, well, that's already a billion times better. So, opponent's town was also kind of building. I guess maybe he was like slower than you would normally be on Jebus Cross because he didn't have slow before the level 3 mage guild. Didn't build into high tier creatures, which is, well, interesting. Didn't have a citadel, didn't need one. Land level Murdish, a sure thing. Didn't need anything in this town, just got the, yeah, marketplace. Marketplace in this town has a random piety here, logistics, okay, that's kind of whatever. This is the very middle town. his main hero, 2 schools of magic, and he has fire. I guess he got like a fire spell box. That is my explanation. Went for like wisdom as the first thing, and then just kind of whatever he had next. Had shackles, by the way. Had the thunder helmet. Had the resurrection scroll. Oof, oof, oof. Yeah, basically, okay. Giga stats. Actually, so many manticores. Did he lose? Yeah, he must have lost quite a few on this fight. Did he do it with like mass slow? He must have done it with mass slow. Fire burns, and that's also interesting. And yeah, this town basically. Well, you can see a bunch of my trash here. My heroes just scattered around. Double. Okay. A bunch of lamps. Well, any other interesting heroes? Gajul looks like a prison hero to me. Actually, level 1 spells, so maybe he has like somebody with Scholar. Sandro. Yeah. Hold up. Okay, yeah. Okay, this makes a lot of sense. Yeah, he just broke into the desert and then he had 3 of the same creature bang. Well, yeah, pick it. And yeah, of course, he would go for that. What about his original biome? Had the hive, had the stables, which probably helped him quite a bit in the game. Some dwarfs, prison, but there's nothing. Interesting. So wait, hold up. Where are his creature back? Okay, that's 1, that's 2. Did this as well, probably before the break. 3. 4. Okay, did probably the cavern. Yeah, so I guess the answer is just always more creature bank estates. 5,000 gold per turn. Damn it. This is what CsArOs was talking about. He was like, do you have someone with estates? Yeah, I wish I did. Okay, then he has like a Mr. Wizard here. 2 schools of magic automatons. Somehow like goated. This is probably a prison hero, yeah. Has everything as well, but yeah, no like schools of magic, no pathfinding. Random call. Rissa with fantastic like mobility spells. Actually, hero and level 30 hero from prison. Yeah. And yeah, of course, with this army, he is able to just smash through everything. We'll check the guards. Are they realistic or not realistic? He's like missing a couple pieces for the angelic. Well, actually, more than a couple pieces. Armor special talent also didn't work. I guess maybe the problem was I didn't. Well, the Conflicts games. Technically, I had good heroes, but yeah, in the Necropolis, I wasn't able to find besides Grindel, anybody who would be like a proper main. I want to main somebody who's like a new logistics specialist, for example. I really like that game with Nair. Or maybe someone who has a first aid specialist. Maybe should have not reset the Conflicts games, but then again. Well, I wasn't feeling it with those games, this game also. You know, opponent played what he had. Meanwhile, I tried to brute force and I didn't have the brute force to do it. Yeah, it is what it is. Does he have... It has the view air. View air untold maybe? No. Who was the Giga Wizard? Oh, how much can you see? Yeah, you can see enough probably. Anyway, that's the opponent's perspective. So, I will thank you all for watching. We have successfully lost this game. But hey, we finished the game in 1 sitting, which is very expected when the opponent is like of this caliber. compared to somebody like me who plays only once, maybe twice per week. But hey, yeah. Anyway, I will thank you all for watching, and I will see you in probably not tomorrow. There's some, like, I actually want to do some editing tomorrow, so probably see you on Saturday. I do have like quite a bit to do for the channel, so yeah, I will see you on Saturday with another single player stream, of course. And most likely that will be a custom map, actually, because I do have like quite a few of them downloaded. I went through like my old saved, like my bookmarks on the internet. I usually, when I see an interesting map promoted, I save it, and there's quite a few of them. So yeah, we'll probably be just checking a random custom map out, which is not gonna be that big. It's gonna be like an M or an L size, depending on what I feel like. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I will see you, I guess, this Saturday. So yeah, I guess this is gonna be signing off. I do thank you for watching these streams, even if you're also not the type of person to, you know, watch multiplayer too often. So anyway, yeah. Definitely the end stream button hadn't loaded, and that I was buying time. You know by now. And let us actually